Coming up next, Rob Kevlin talking about his debut at Feinstein's 54 Below and performing with Jennifer Holliday. That's next on Bagels and Broadway. Rob Kevlin is making his Feinstein's 54 Below debut on Friday, February 22nd, which for any performer is super exciting because the space is gorgeous. So Rob has performed all around the area. And Rob Kevlin, welcome to Bagels and Broadway. How excited are you?
I am super excited. Thank you so much, Valerie.
And not only are you making your debut, you have a couple of phenomenal artists working with you. Tell me about who are your guest artists on the show.
Well, I have big band singer Kathy Jenkins. She's an amazing singer. And I also have two-time Grammy winner and Tony Award winner, the legendary Jennifer Holliday, that a lot of listeners may know from her originating the role of Effie White in Dreamgirls on Broadway in the original production.
And stopping the show. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, how wonderful for you. So tell me a little bit about what's going to happen on February 22nd. I know that not only is it your debut at Feinstein's 54 Below, but it's the launch of your CD.
Yes, absolutely. Well, my CD, it's called It's a New Day, and there are a lot of original songs, very inspirational, some of the romantic kind. There are also some standards as well. And so this will be a CD release party, but at the same time, I'll be performing not only material from the CD, but also some very well-known Broadway songs and material, of course, from the CD. So it will be a real nice eclectic mix.
You've been described as a cross between Josh Groban and Michael Bublé, two phenomenal artists, and you're right in the middle of them.
Yes, well, it's a great honor to be compared to those two artists. I guess in between, because people say a lot of my material, it's some of it sounds like a Josh Groban-esque type of material, and some of it is along the Michael Bublé road. Ultimately, I mean, I certainly have been influenced by those two artists, but I believe that I have my own sound, and I'm trying to carve out my own direction. So, but I love both of those artists.
Not bad comparisons at all.
Yes.
Rob, how did you get attracted to this genre of music? Because growing up, you could have gone in many different directions. Why this genre?
It was just kind of a natural fit for me. My mom used to ask me the same question, because I remember even in our house, we had this stage that my parents actually created. They knew I loved singing, and my sister as well. And we would have even like parties, and I would, sing Frank Sinatra, and I would sing Broadway songs. And my mom one time asked me, she said, you're not singing like some of the current stuff necessarily, which I love too. Sometimes I do that, but I guess I have a bit of an old soul, and I just always dreamed of doing something at a big level. And I think it's something naturally that just I always resonated with.
Being a singer sounds very glamorous to people who are not, but the work that goes into putting together a show of this nature is extraordinary. You want to take us behind the scenes a little bit?
Yes, it is a lot. It is a lot of work, but it's work that you enjoy. I think that I've enjoyed, because it's just building on something and trying to get it to a much better level. So when I was presented with this opportunity, I had the CD, I had the songs and everything, but then each step along the way, getting the right arrangements and making sure I have the right musicians and the right vocalists, and really deciding exactly what material. All of that takes time and effort, but it's the thing, it's what I want to do, because ultimately I know that this is a great opportunity to be performing at, Broadway's premier supper club at Feinstein's 54 Below. And I really, really want the audience to have a wonderful experience and evening.
So what can we expect? How many musicians are you working with?
Well, there will be 4 musicians, a wonderful Grammy-nominated pianist, Silvano Monasterios. I'm going to have sax. I'm going to have bass, drums. There'll be actually a very special duet with Miss Holliday as well, and we'll be bringing out a little bit of the clarinet and flute as well for that. So it will be very special.
How did you get Jennifer Holliday to come to 54 Below and work with you?
You know what? I wanted to have a really wonderful singer of the Broadway kind join me, if possible, at Feinstein's 54 Below. And I was thinking, who would I like to have? And when I was thinking about legends and persons in the Broadway community that were so wonderful, Miss Jennifer Holliday was really at the top of my list, and I had reached out to her. And we didn't know each other personally before, but she had reviewed my material. We had spoken on the phone, and she said she really wanted to be a part of this. So she's actually flying in all the way for this concert, and it's just amazing. I'm very excited.
Rob Kevlin, that alone is a great honor for you. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Absolutely.
So Feinstein's 54 Below, February 22nd, doors open at 8:45, show starts at 9:30. And
yes.
Let's just project into the future for a minute. When it's all over, what kind of feeling would you like to have when you walk away from there, when you take your bag and you walk out the door that night?
I like to feel that I made an impact. I touched people, that there was a song or maybe multiple songs that they connected with, maybe something in their life. I had someone recently tell me, she said that she was listening to my CD and her daughter unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago. And when she listens to a couple of my songs, it brings tears to her eyes. And it really, she's very grateful because it's something she's been able to connect with. So if I can make a connection with people through my music and inspire them, then I would feel like I had achieved something.
Beautiful. And the album, for those who can't make February 22nd's performance, the album is still available and people can still hear your beautiful voice.
Thank you. Yes, it's available through cdbaby.com, through iTunes, through Amazon, also through my website, robkevlin.com. There are clips of each of my songs as well as a link to where they can purchase the album.
Well, all the best of luck on February 22nd, Feinstein's 54 Below. Hear about his debut CD and enjoy Jennifer Holliday, a Broadway legend, all in one night.
Thank you so much, Valerie. It's been an absolute pleasure.
This is Bagels and Broadway. I'm Valerie Smaldone. Much more coming up next.